Excitement buzzes in the air. The smell of sweet caramelized almonds swirls all around you, mingling with different scents, namely that of beer, roasting chicken, a little bit of sweat, and a tinge of vomit. It's not even noon, and yet hordes of what the Germans call Bierleichen, which directly translates into English as beer corpses, lay passed out on the grassy hills. Where are you? Why, Oktoberfest, of course! Wanted an Adventure Living Abroad. Oktoberfest can be a lot of fun. So here are some tips and tricks for having the best experience possible, because especially if you're coming from out of town, you want to do it right. The traditional Bavarian clothes that you see everyone running around in are called Tracht. The men wear lederhosen and the women wear dirndls, but also in the last few years, a lot of women have been wearing lederhosen as well, although they are usually made quite shorter than the men's lederhosen. My first tip is, if you can afford to splurge a little bit, I definitely recommend buying a Tracht outfit. They're not cheap, but wearing the traditional Tracht really takes the whole Oktoberfest experience to the next level. And around the time of Oktoberfest, there are lots of stores in Munich that sell them, and there are also some secondhand stores where you might be able to find them for a little less money. Oktoberfest is basically a big fair, only in addition to the fried foods, rides, and carnival games, you've got huge beer halls to visit as well. Friday through Sunday, the Oktoberfest is going to be fuller, and on Monday and Tuesday, it's going to be a little less crowded. So if you want to get a table inside one of the larger tents, going on Monday or Tuesday ups your chances. The halls are full of picnic-style tables, which people reserve up to a year in advance. So if you don't have a reservation, the earlier you show up at Oktoberfest, the better. The doors to the halls open up at 10 a.m., but on the weekends, on the more crowded days, people line up as early as 5 or 6 a.m. just to get a spot inside. So in this case, the early bird gets a seat inside, but if you're not someone who's interested in getting up early on your vacation, there is still a chance that you'll find a few spots together. It's kind of like going to a full parking lot and driving around trying to find a spot. You might get lucky and some car pulls out just as you get there and you can pull in and get a spot. Or you don't get lucky and you drive by and the next person gets it. But if you can't get a spot inside, you might have better luck checking out the outside patio areas that a lot of the tents have as well. Oktoberfest is supposed to be an environment suitable for families and older people as much as it is for younger partiers. Therefore, up until 6 p.m., the tents are only allowed to play quiet music, like from traditional wind instruments. And this music is really nice, but it's after 6 that the party gets really started. The bands start playing traditional Schlager music and pop songs, and everyone stands up on the benches and they all start singing along together, and it's a really great experience. But while standing on the benches is okay, don't stand up on the tables or they will kick you out. Beer at the Oktoberfest is served 1 liter at a time. 1 liter. For those of you who are too lazy to do the math, that's half of a 2-liter bottle of soda. That's a lot of beer. Plus, the Oktoberfest beer is brewed to be extra strong. Budweiser and Miller Genuine Draft, for example, have around 5% alcohol, and the Oktoberfest beer has about 6.3%. I'm not saying don't drink the beer, because of course that's definitely part of the experience. I'm just saying to keep track of how much beer you consume. But the problem is that if you don't keep ordering beer, you're probably going to get kicked out of the beer tent. Because the servers make their money not just out of tips, but also they're paid by how much beer they sell. So another option though is that you could try to order a Radler, which is a drink that's half beer and half soda. And there's about a 50-50 chance that you will get served that at the tent. Let's talk food. Foods to try include Backfischbrötchen, which is basically fried fish on a roll, and that might not sound that good, but it is so delicious, especially after a couple beers. Brezen, a Bavarian soft pretzel, often as big as your head. Händel, which is pretty much the most amazing, moist rotisserie chicken that I've ever had in my entire life. Würstel are sausages, and you can either get the normal red-brown ones, or you can get the special white ones called Weisswurst. Now these guys have a skin on them that you don't eat. You peel the skin off. Don't eat the skin. Don't eat it. Gebrannte Mandeln are the caramelized almonds that you can smell just wafting through the whole fair. You gotta get a bag. They're amazing. And my favorite dessert by far is the Kaiserschmarrn, which is basically small bite-sized pancake-like dough that's been caramelized, and it's served mixed with caramelized almonds and raisins and served with a little cup of applesauce for dipping it in. It is so freaking good. If nature calls while you're at the Oktoberfest, which with all that beer, it probably will, you've got a few options. If you're inside one of the beer halls, don't leave the beer hall to go to the restroom. There are restrooms inside the beer hall. The problem with leaving is if you go out and then the tent gets full, they will close the tent. And then when you try to come back in, they won't let you get back in. If you aren't in one of the halls, look for this cute little Cupid guy helpfully pointing out the toilets for you. Last but not least, two other things. Oktoberfest is awesome, but if you get tired of the crowds or you can't find a spot inside one of the beer halls, head on over to one of the beer gardens. There are several right around the Oktoberfest area, and they serve the same beer, they've got the same great food, and you can even bring your own food as well. And the other thing is that while Oktoberfest can be a lot of fun, it's also a huge area filled with really drunk people. And if you're watching this video, that means you're probably from out of town. Things at the Oktoberfest can go from really fun to a really bad situation pretty quickly. So something to keep in mind is that at the back of the Oktoberfest, kind of down from the big woman statue that kind of looks like a Bavarian Statue of Liberty, is a police, ambulance, firefighter station. You can go there if you need help. Also keep an eye out for the big white balloon floating in the air. It's got a red cross on it. That's the sign for the Red Cross station. You can go there if you need help. Also, the Sichere Wiesen, meaning Safe Oktoberfest, is a privately run organization set up especially for the safety of women and girls at the Oktoberfest. They've got a security point on the grounds for those in trouble, and I've put a link to their site down in the Linky-links, and I really suggest that you check it out so that everyone can have a fun and safe time at the Oktoberfest. Got any more Oktoberfest tips? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Until next time, Auf Wiedersehen! Are we all done? Are we all done? I can't breathe. Please get me out of this thing. Are we all done now? Oh.